Hello and welcome to a long-awaited another version or episode of Just Ask Rick. We've been busy doing lots of things, vlogs, growing the business, workshops. So it's been a while since I've done one and I've missed them massively. So it was D-Cos that mentioned, you know what, Rick, we haven't done one of these for a while. Let's get back into it. So here we are with another Just Ask Rick. We have a question here from Peter Beaver from our LinkedIn connections. He asked, does Google pick up on how active a company is with their social media presence? And that really, to be honest with you, is a brilliant question. And I've actually prepared some notes professionally because it kind of does and it kind of doesn't. It's like one of the weirdest, most political answer in the world, if I'm honest with you. However, what I do know is that whilst Google doesn't recognize as a URL that is shared in a social post is a backlink. However, if clicked on, it directs traffic to your website, which adds extra authority to your website, because then it kind of switches on that backlink authority to it. Also, if you are using social media platforms regularly, and I mean consistently, not just hit and miss, that helps your social media presence to be ranked on Google as well, which again is so important. Somebody doing a search for your business name or your name personally, and you appear on your website as Meet the Team or something like that, all of this stuff add to the mix. So it's really, really important, okay? So again, these things are very, very key. Let's not forget that these social platforms are now also user search engines. We've got LinkedIn. If you're doing a search for somebody's name and they're very active on the timeline or newsfeed, or you're very active on the timeline or newsfeed, your rankings will go up in terms of people finding you. Okay, that's really important. If you optimize your profiles correctly by putting the right keywords in there, not only will you get ranked on Google, but you'll get ranked on LinkedIn. So there's a lot of things that you could be considering right now. The same the rule does apply for Facebook, of course. Okay, now, whilst it's not the most detailed of answers and the clearest of answers, it doesn't mean to say that in the future how social media is perceived as far as Google's concerned won't change, because we all know things change as far as Google's search engine sort of ranking appears on a regular basis. So watch this space. I genuinely feel, Bing especially, these search engines are going to, because they have to, include social. All right, so don't think that it won't rank or help your websites to rank in the future. But I do know for sure is that if you're using social consistently and you're having traffic driven back to your website as a consequence, that enforces or empowers the ranking of your website and also acts as a soft backlink to help your website get more rankings. Okay, so another question from LinkedIn, and this is Matthew McClone, and he says, I do actually have a question for you. Ahead of the business showcase on Thursday, I looked into setting up a Twitter moment up again. Is there a way to do it where all the posts containing the hashtag DN Showcase 2020 will automatically go into the moment? That is a really, really good question. The reason they don't go into it automatically is because you have to approve them, okay? And that's really, really important, because things could be said that you don't want to be part or appear of that moment. Twitter moments are a really important way to communicate an experience or a day that you've put together, that you've gone to the trouble of creating a hashtag for, okay? Now for me, these are valuable ways to market what people may have missed out on. You've heard of FOMO, fear of missing out. This is a really good tactic of just showing people what they're missing out on. So in theory, for an event much like the Business Showcase, having a Twitter moment following the hashtag and having the, I suppose, the what's the word I'm looking for? It's not inconsistency. Inconvenience is the word I'm looking for. Of having to approve all of them is well worth it, okay? Make sure that the only things that appear in them moments are not people complaining about the price of the food, or, you know, the very fact that the top end is empty because, you know, there's like dead pockets to your event. What you need to be doing is putting up and shutting up with the fact that we have to approve each and every single one of them. That way, that fear of missing out is amplified, and people think, okay, whilst I can't make it to this event, this really looks great, and it's ingrained in their mindset so that next year they'll come to that event. So a really great tip, to be honest with you, and thanks for sharing that question with us, Matthew, is if you are having an event or you have got some kind of special gig, wedding that you're going to, create yourself a Twitter moment and have anybody using that specific hashtag appear as part of that moment and that activity or event that you're sharing. Really good advice. So thanks very much for watching this video. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more. Also, if you have any questions that you'd like me to answer, feel free. I'm happy to answer any questions. Again, remember, like and subscribe. Thank you.